Sony and Microsoft, listen up, because I think that I have a way that you can make lots of money without upsetting people much. The one benefit that consoles have is that they serve as an all-in-one package that will be supported for a very long time. If they lost that, then people would lose faith in consoles completely. Because of this, the existing versions of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One can't become obsolete. They must be able to run games for at least 5 more years, probably more, and I think they're capable of that. Now, I'm not saying that they'll do it well, but really, their hardware is powerful enough to handle all types of gameplay, even if it doesn't do it as prettily as PCs can. And this problem is only going to be compounded with the introduction of VR. 120 FPS at Full HD resolutions? No matter how smart people are, I don't think they're going to be able to squeeze that out of existing consoles. Not without severely reducing the quality of the graphics. But existing PlayStation 4 and Xbox One games have already set a minimum desired quality in this regard. They don't want to stray too closely to previous generation games. But I see this as an opportunity. What if they release what is effectively the PlayStation 4 VR and Xbox One VR, which run the same games as the existing consoles, but also have enough processing power to support them in VR mode and at 120 FPS? Think about it, existing consoles will still work with these games in standard 2D mode. This will cement their place as the bare minimum required to run games for the foreseeable future. I mean, it's not as if people bought them expecting VR. But at the same time, these new VR consoles will give people the choice of a more powerful device that is better able to compete with the Rift and Vive for PCs. And Sony and Microsoft will make a lot of money from those who are willing to pay the premium for the technology. Of course, this is grossly simplifying something very complicated. It would make games harder to develop if they had to be run on 2 different hardware configurations. It would give developers the temptation to only develop for the more powerful versions. It could cause fanboy wars within a single console. And some would see it as an admission of defeat, as though Sony and Microsoft were admitting that their consoles aren't powerful enough, when clearly they are, but only for a certain purpose. In fact, it annoys me when people say that a console isn't powerful enough. Isn't powerful enough for what? Even if they put 4 Titan graphics cards into a console, developers are still going to push it beyond its limit. And when they do this and it drops below 60 FPS, people are going to point at it and go, "Ah, the console isn't powerful enough," when actually it's more the developer's fault. It's not like PCs where the standard is ever changing. Developers know what the consoles can do before they even start on the game, and yet they still manage to push them too far. And personally, I thought that even the previous generation of consoles had enough power to run any type of game. The extra power of this generation is only going to be spent on pointless but pretty extra details anyway. Plus, no matter how good they look, PCs are always going to be able to get them and to add some more graphical effects. Doesn't make the console version bad, it just makes the PC version prettier. Anyway, rant over. I see new consoles as a novel way of offering VR to console owners with no real downsides, apart from having to buy another console. You heard of the PlayStation 4D and Xbox 2 eyes here first. Once again, a big thank you to Digital Foundry for the console comparison videos. Being just a PC owner, I am unable to record these myself. Check out their channel if you're at all interested in this sort of stuff.